Hello friends, welcome to this session of research methodology, and in this session we will learn the PICO process. How I came to the PICO process. I will explain that. When I was searching for quality of research, I came around this term, that PICO process, and this is the Wikipedia article on which this presentation is based on. And another search I was doing, in that I was searching for good research, and here I got the first search hit, and here I got the first search hit, that is, what does good research mean? And on this also I included this in one slide. We'll go to our presentation. I will start. This lecture you have to consider as extension to your literature survey. And source of the following slide, as I discussed, I was searching for what does good research mean, and I got this particular question and answer I used to design the slide. Good quality research is one that provides robust and ethical evidence. That robust and ethical evidence is very important. A good research must revolve around a novel question and must be based on a feasible study plan. Novel question is slightly misnomer, is ambiguous term. The novel question can be an old question also, but you have to look at it from a novel perspective. You shall explore novel phases of the problem, then it will become novel. And that question you have to base on a feasible study plan, then only your research will be successful. Then it must make a significant contribution to scientific development by addressing an unanswered question or by solving a problem or difficulty that existed in the real world. As we discussed in the definition of research, this is the best criteria to start a research, that the problem shall bring a significant contribution to the scientific development. It shall answer an answered question or solve a problem or difficulty which is there in the world. Then a good research involves systematic planning and setting time-based realistic objectives. That's required. That's the practical aspect of your research. It entails feasible research methods based upon a research methodology that best suits the nature of your research question. Your research shall have the methods. We are repeating this again and again, that your methods shall be feasible. Then it shall be built upon sufficient relevant data and is reproducible and replicable. Previous data in your literature search also, data shall be sufficiently relevant, and the data which you have collected shall be reliable, and that your work shall be reproducible and shall be replicable. If other people conduct your work, repeat your work, then they shall get the similar results. It is based on a suitable rationale. The reason behind starting your research shall be suitable, shall be relevant, and shall suggest directions for future research. Your research, at end of your research, you shall not stop, or others shall not stop. You shall provide the directions to carry your work further, and moreover, all relevant ethical guidelines must be practiced while conducting, reporting, and publishing good quality. Now, based on this, we will come to a framework, and that framework is called as PICO framework. And as I discussed earlier, I took all this material from Wikipedia article, that is a link I have given here. And my keyword was how to ensure quality of research. The PICO process. PICO is a mnemonic. That is P for patient, problem or population. Then I for intervention. C for comparison, control or comparator. And O for outcomes. And those outcomes can be yield, change in energy requirement, reduced incubation time or lower viscosity. P is very important one, on which subject you are going to work. If you are addressing clinical question, then that will be patient. Or if you are addressing a problem or difficulty based in the real world, P will be that. Or population, which will be subject of your research, that will be the P. Intervention is what change you are doing. I mean, existing literature is there, existing information is there, but what intervention you yourself are carrying out in your research. That I is very important. Intervention is change in the conditions, change in the conditions which you are carrying out, and you are trying to find out the effect of that particular intervention, particular change. Then comparison. 2 groups, 3 groups, more groups you have to compare. You shall have control, or you shall have a suitable comparator. Compare your results of your intervention with that. Then outcomes, which outcomes you are going to measure, yield, change or result, or the parameters which we are going to measure. Okay, that will be the outcome. Other alternatives are there to this. So and those are SPICE, that is setting, perspective, intervention, comparison and evaluation, and PECO, that is E is for exposure, but other things are similar to PICO. These other alternative frameworks are also there, which will provide you a suitable thinking base to start your literature search or to explore further to get the sufficient literature. If you answer all these 4 questions in your literature search, if you get sufficient information uh, on these particular topics, PICO or SPICE, then your literature survey or literature search will be suitable. And some authors are there. We have suggested addition to PICO. One is timing, duration or date of publications. The literature which you are going to consult, that shall be a recent one, as far as possible, that shall be recent one. Then study type, you have to define the study type many a times, that randomized control trial, cohort study, or other different study types. You can include these for your literature search. Now we'll go for the example, the research question: does cognate rhizobium treatment to fenugreek seeds give better yielding crop as compared to untreated seeds? This is the example research question which we have defined, not defined fully. This is our base for literature survey. Does cognate rhizobium treatment to fenugreek seeds give better yielding crop as compared to untreated seeds? Based on this, we'll go for literature search. And for that literature search, our population will be fenugreek crop. Therefore, keywords will be fenugreek plus crop. Then intervention, what intervention we are going to do? That is cognate rhizobium. We are going to add. The other rhizobia are also there. No rhizobia may be there. But cognate rhizobium is the rhizobium which is specific to fenugreek. Okay. You are going to add that and see the effect whether that is increasing the yield. Therefore, cognate plus rhizobium will be the intervention. Then compared with which you are going to compare, that will be placebo or control thing, where you will not provide rhizobium to that particular crop. Therefore, it will be a placebo. Instead of rhizobium, we will provide just the medium which is used for preparation of rhizobium. Then outcome of interest will be yield of fenugreek. That fenugreek is a leafy vegetable. If you use that as leafy vegetable, then biomass will be your yield. Or if you want to use that as for getting the seeds, methi seeds, then that will be the amount of seed which you get will be the outcome of your research. Based on these, your PubMed search strategy will be: keywords will be fenugreek, crop, cognate, rhizobium, placebo, yield. All these shall be there in your literature search. And you have to collect the research papers based on this. And if you want to include time strategy, then you can define the time period. If you want to include method strategy, which methods are used for the particular research, then you can include those methods in your search query. This is a short one, how to go for literature search. I said earlier that this shall be the extension of your literature search lecture. We have considered the PICO process, where E is for exposure instead of intervention. Exposure is there for if you haven't carried out the change, if you are studying that change happened due to natural processes or other things, but you haven't done that, then there will be the term exposure used. Then SPICE is the acronym for setting, perspective, intervention, comparison and evaluation. And SPICE provides a way to formulate practice questions or finding evidence in existing research that will help you. These frameworks will help you to formulate your literature search. In this lecture, we'll stop here. But I request you, I urge you to go on the internet, search for these terms and try to understand how to perform literature search, how to find out the relevant literature, and how to limit yourself towards a specific literature to get the specific research problem. Thank you.